Today, delicious chicken dinner. Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. Today, I would like to prepare for you a chicken dinner. Chicken with some spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, cheese in a nice creamy sauce. Very flavorful and not that difficult to make. Welcome to my kitchen and thank you for watching. Star is the chicken, and what I need to go with it is chicken broth, half and half or heavy whipping cream, tomato paste, tomato pesto, Italian seasoning, red pepper flakes, salt, pepper, onion, 3 garlic cloves, spinach. For my husband, Parmesan cheese. He loves Parmesan. And for myself, I'm gonna go with mozzarella cheese on top. Some olive oil, butter, chicken. And this is what I need for my dinner tonight. So my onions are chopped and the garlic. And one thing, the onions will go first. I need to saute the onions. The garlic will go later on. I do not want to burn the garlic while cooking it because once the garlic burns, it will become bitter and it will spoil your whole meal. So with the chicken, as you get really thick slices, you need to cut them in half to create thinner slices. And first thing to do is just salt and pepper. Season it with salt and pepper. Both sides. And I love garlic, so I will put a little bit garlic on top of those chicken breasts. Garlic has a good flavor. So olive oil and some butter. Butter always adds extra flavor. I love cooking with butter. Okay, once I have my pan nice and warm, I add my chicken to it. If you can hear the bubbles. When I put my chicken on the pan, I don't move it. I let it sear. Once the meat is seared, it is very easy to take it and put it on the other side. That way the meat is not sticking to the pan. And with the sun-dried tomatoes, that oil that's in there, it has so much flavor. I like to add some of that oil to my chicken for that extra flavor. If you are a bacon lover, you can dice slice of bacon and saute with the onions. So spinach goes in, red pepper flakes, Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, 1 tablespoon of butter, and spinach is really quick to cook. Now I want to add my garlic, and like I said, if I add my garlic too soon and burn it, then the whole meal will be bitter and not so tasty. And now 2 teaspoons of tomato paste, full teaspoon of that tomato pesto. And now goes my chicken stock. Oh, the smell is wonderful. And depending on how much of the sauce you really want, you can do half a cup of chicken broth to half a cup of that half and half or heavy whipping cream. If you want more sauce, 1 cup of chicken stock to almost 1 cup of that cream. My husband loves sauces, so I will put about a cup. And finally, it is time for my sun-dried tomatoes. I love the flavor of sun-dried tomatoes. Looks so yummy. And last thing is that cream. If you wish to have your sauce more thick, you can sprinkle it with some flour. Cornstarch flour or just all-purpose will work as well. Now that I have my sauce here, I want to lower the heat because my chicken will go in. I want to simmer it for a few minutes on slow so the flavors of the sauce will go into that chicken. Unfortunately, I have electric stove and it's really hard to control the heat. I lived in Chicago before and it was so nice having a gas stove. Whoever has gas stove, I'm so jealous. It is so much better. With electric oven stove, it takes quite a bit of time for the temperature to go down. So that's why I moved it aside, because I don't want it to boil. I want it to simmer. I want the flavors of the sauce to go over the chicken. I will cover it, and after like maybe 3 minutes, I will turn the chicken around to the other side. I want to make sure that the sauce covers the chicken completely. You can drizzle it with some basil leaves, or you can drizzle it with some parsley. Okay, time for the other side. It looks so good. And for the Parmesan cheese lovers, you can sprinkle your chicken to your heart desire. Smacznego, everyone. Bon appetit. Thank you for watching. Sun-dried tomatoes, the pesto, garlic, my kind of flavor. Love it. Delicious. Absolutely amazing. I decided to boil some noodles to go with it. And once I plate it, of course, on the end, I'm gonna present it to you. This has so much flavor. It is going to be a really nice dinner. In a restaurant, they make it like that. Only good restaurants will have so much flavor that you can do in your own house. Usually, I would go with roasted potatoes because those are my favorite. But I hadn't had pasta in a while, so today, chose pasta. This looks and smells wonderful. That looks amazing and smells amazing. Smacznego, everyone.
Hi again. I have decided to put a little clip together for those of you who are wondering why I have this bump on my hand. And when I move my hand, it becomes bigger or smaller, it moves around. This is a ruptured muscle, and I know it's very visible. I have it because I was in a car accident about 5.5 years ago, and I do not remember the accident. I woke up in a hospital a couple days later, and slowly things were coming together. I am very thankful I do not remember it, because I might be afraid of driving, and I feel comfortable driving a car right now. My husband and I, we were just driving on a main street, and someone was coming from a side street, not paying attention to the stop sign, driving pretty fast, straight into our car. The car was damaged, not drivable. I had broken ribs. Some of my backbones were cracked. That was the other thing, the ruptured muscle. And of course, bruises. The worst thing though was I was pregnant, 5 months pregnant with my daughter. And at the time in the hospital, my husband was told by the doctors that my chances of survival are about 10%. And for my daughter, probably 0. So that was the worst thing, the stress. The rest of the pregnancy, I had to sleep on that hospital bed in my own house, not laying down, but kind of sitting, and just worried about how the baby's doing, if the baby's going to be okay or not. Even today, with all the technology, nobody can tell you 100% if you're gonna have a healthy baby after something like this or not. But she is. She is just a bunch of energy, crazy little girl. She cannot sit still. She keeps me on my toes. So again, if you wonder why I'm so skinny and I do eat everything I bake, because I run after her. I run after her morning till night. So she gives me all the exercise I need. I don't need any gym. I have gym at home. If I wanted to fix that muscle, I could. The doctor can sew the muscle together, and it will take about 6 to 8 weeks me being in a cast. So I'll be exchanging my bump for a scar, and for me this is not worth it. It doesn't hurt me, it doesn't bother me. There are more important things in life than little something like this, and I decided it's okay, I can live with that. But again, I know it's visible, and some of you might wonder, like, what is this? So this is the explanation. That's why I have this bump, and it's gonna stay with me until the day I die. I'm happy I'm alive right now because, like I said, 10% chances of survival, and for my baby 0. I'm thankful I'm alive. I'm pretty healthy. I love the baking, I love the cooking, and I have 2 healthy children. So there's lots to be thankful for. Just wanted to let you know why, and wish you a great day, great weekend, and happy baking. Thank you.